Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and continually teach us this truth. And peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect that's laboring in His word and truth sincerity. Lord willing, this could be an edifying lesson. And the title is going to be, What Are You Women Going to Do? Okay, which we know what you're going to do according to the scriptures. You're going to Isaiah 4:1. Okay, the reason why I'm speaking on this is because we're at the door of all hell breaking loose. Okay, the markets crash first in Japan, and they're saying, I was watching, who was I watching? Some guy on YouTube where he said, like 1.12 trillion, vanish, and, there's panics going on to where, people are trying to pull all their money, which you've been, having bank runs, but it's not really pushed heavily on the media. But, I've been seeing articles of, people pulling out their money out of banks. Okay. Because people are afraid which they're saying, people are in fear of a recession. But see, we know the prophecy. We know that the goal is to switch over from FRNs and, debit cards, credit cards, to switch over from that to a digital currency that can be tracked and controlled. That's what these devils want to set up. Okay, a currency that can be tracked, controlled, monitored, and you will be powerless. You won't be able to hide your money under your mattress or have it in another bank account. Okay, and if you don't have the charagma, you're not going to be able to be a part of society. You're not going to be able to buy or sell. Okay? And at the same time as you got this whole situation going on with the markets, they're saying Iran is supposed to retaliate. They've been saying today or tonight or tomorrow, which an Iraq base came under fire, and they say some personnel is injured. But, something big is coming, because you have, Russian military experts meeting with Iran. Okay? And they're saying that Russia has been sending pretty much, weapons to Iran. And we know in Ezekiel 38 it speaks about, be thou a guard unto them. We know Russia is going to come in and aid them. All right, they're not going to allow the US, Israel, the UK, all these nations to bully Iran. All right. But going back to the original, to the title of this video, what are you women going to do, man? Because it's about to get bad out here. Okay, it's about to be a lot of unemployment. They're saying unemployment is going up. It's going to be less jobs. Inflation ain't getting checked. So it's going to become hyperinflation, which will lead into famine. Which, matter of fact, let me start off with the hyperinflation. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. And we read it in the NLT. And I heard a voice from among the 4 living beings say, a loaf of wheat bread or 3 loaves of barley will cost a day's pay. So that's hyperinflation. Prices are going to continuously go up. Okay, and your hourly pay is not going up, man. So once it gets to a point where a day's wage of work costs a loaf of bread, it's gonna be crime, man. It's gonna be people robbing, looting, stealing, people following people home from the grocery store just to rob them and take their groceries and kill them, take over their house. It's gonna be bad out here, man. Scriptures say there has not been a time like this, nor shall there ever be. So you women, hey, I was listening to a video earlier, man. This guy, he was saying, how he don't see men approaching women no more. The game has changed because of you arrogant, proud women, man. The internet got you gassed up. The brother just showed a video of this chick talking about she asked all her guys for money for food. Now she got enough to buy some weave. You women, you exposing how wicked you are on the internet. And all these men are going to remember that shit, man. See, there's going to come a time when 911 is not going to work. There's going to come a time where you're going to have to, you women love to sit on the internet talking shit about men all day, yelling in a man's face. These women, they have no respect or fear of man at all, man. But it's going to come a time where you're going to be on your own. And ain't nobody going to come to save you. Ain't going to be no simps. All right, most of these men are going to die in the war, man. Let me grab that because World War III is brewing. We're at the doors of World War III. Really, we already in it. But, this is about to be a game changer right here, man. Everybody is expecting Iran to do an attack. And if they don't do an attack, they're going to be looked at as weak, which they swore that they will respond. And now they're saying Israel is thinking about doing a preemptive strike on Iran. So, hey, the Lord got this thing cooking, man. The crock pot is the Lord got things, got this war, got the war pot brewing, man. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 33. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. And these women today, they love to say, I don't need a man. I could do it by myself. So the fact that you're going to mourn that you don't have a husband because you're going to need protection. All right. All of that Captain Marvel, Wonder Woman, She-Hulk, Superwoman, all that shit Esau and deceived you women with in these Hollywood movies is not going to work in Jacob's trouble. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. You see? Because there's going to be a drought. But see, this time it's not going to be just men. It's going to be women too. And that shouldn't be a surprise because you women, you believe you equal. And you got women already in the military, man. You got women instructors, all that. So, and they already signed where if you between the ages 18 and 26, you automatically registered. And we know that draft is coming, man. Okay, the U.S., they done sent, all these warships over there to defend Israel. They got personnel out there to defend them from this attack. Lord willing, they use them hypersonic missiles, man, and they get through all of Israel's defenses and it hit some U.S. soldiers, man, Lord willing. Kill a bunch of U.S. soldiers. Because that's World War III, man. Okay? So, hey, we at the door of this thing, man. And once again, what are you women going to do? All hell is about to break loose. What are you going to do? This is what you going to do. We already know what you're going to do, but because the scriptures tell us that a man is going to be a hiding place from the wind. A man of the Lord shall be more precious than fine gold. But it's about to come, man. Hey, we going to see a low level of this real soon, man, because as the economy gets more rougher, it's going to be a lot of women that going to be getting evicted, that they ain't going to be able to afford, their bills on their own, or, they ain't going to be able to afford to buy food and all that. So they going to have to, have to humble themselves because a lot of them going to resort to prostitution. But when it's so many women doing that, the price is going to be super cheap. But then eventually guys just going to take it. They're going to be paying for it, man. This is Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, and that's how you know it's going to be terrible. Because these women, which they go against nature. Because how you know it's normal for you to have more than one woman, when a woman is with her friend, if you talking to one, her friend expects you to talk to her too. Like, you got to talk to both of them. And I've experienced that. All right. If you talk to just one, then the other one will get jealous and mess it up. But it's going to be so bad that these women going to throw out that, oh, you talking to another girl, you get another woman, I'm gone. I'm going to do the same thing. That wickedness is going to be out the window. Saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So these women, they're going to be so through, so down bad that they're not going to care how many wives you have. They're going to want to be a part of, your wives, man. They're going to, say you got 7 wives, she's going to want to be number 8. She going to be cool with that, being the 8th wife. She going to be cool with that, man. Okay? These women about to be fucking through. And we can't wait, because the women is our enemy as well. We can't wait to see the downfall of all our enemies. Okay, East, all these other nations. But you women, you are a part of our enemies too, man. So we can't wait to see you fall too. All right? But Lord willing, this was edifying. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.